Ty Spiritual, and I'm back with another video, man. Simp. Now, the truth about being spiritual. Being spiritual is a beautiful thing. It really is. Well, I should say being spiritually aware is a beautiful thing, because whether you are aware or not, you're already spiritual. Whether you're aware or not, you're already spiritual. It's just majority of us as a race have forgotten that we are connected to everything. We are connected to source. We've forgotten that. Now, being spiritual has its pros and cons. It does. On one hand, you get to learn all these new things. You get to go through the process of remembering who you truly are, raising your vibration. Everything is so new at first, to the point it's so exciting. You're learning all this information, getting all these, if you want to call it downloads, connected with nature. Because for a while, in this lifetime for you, you were not spiritually aware. You didn't appreciate the beauty in nature, the beauty in this planet, the beauty of just breathing in a certain way. You didn't. You were caught up. That's okay. So, in the beginning, everything is all good. It's all new. It's all flashy. But you begin to see everything that is wrong with this planet. Everything that people are doing that's holding them back. And they don't realize the things that they're doing are holding them back. But at the same time, I can't force my perspective on them. And I can't necessarily tell them everything that they're doing wrong either. Because if I put that much focus on it, well, I shouldn't say that much focus. If I give them that much help, is it their spiritual journey or is it mine at that point? I see people that I know, and I see them going through situations. I do. And I notice that they're repeating the same things over and over and over. And they are constantly being put in the same situation over and over and over. Now, you may see this person. This may be somebody you care about, But again, when you're spiritually aware, hey, sometimes it's best to let people figure things out on their own, because that can be a karmic lesson that they came and incarnate on this planet here to learn. So at the same time, you may want to help, you may want to give them the direct answer, but if you give them that direct answer, they didn't learn that lesson on their own. And if they didn't learn that lesson on their own, then that means that lesson for them is not complete. All right? So being spiritual is beautiful. But it can be tough at times. You see people suffering. You see all the pointless violence on this planet. You do. You see people you love, see people you may care about, constantly doing things that are upsetting them, that are making them angry. But they don't realize that their vibrational frequency and the energy that they're emitting to the universe is what's manifesting those situations to them. They're creating that reality themselves, but they don't realize it. They just see it as, why do these things keep happening to me? Why do I keep manifesting these types of people? They do. So when you're spiritually aware, it's very easy for you to even be depressed. because you may reach the point where you care so much about this planet, so much about this ascension, to the point where you see people doing stupid things and it bothers you. But at the same time, you have to remember they're not spiritually aware yet, because you have to remember there was a point where I was not spiritually aware and I was doing those things. Give you an example: people throwing trash all over the ground, not caring about the planet, taking this planet for granted. You may see people doing that once you're spiritually aware, and it bothers you. It really does. But then you got to remember, hey, there was a point where I threw stuff on the ground. I did those things. I seen an anthill and just stomped on it for no reason. So as you're realizing this, you also may begin to realize that this is a process, this is a school. And that can be frustrating at times, because you're ready to graduate. You're ready to move on. You can see through the agendas. You can see through the matrix. They're not yet. They aren't to that point. So you have to help guide them towards ascending. All right? So being spiritual isn't all sunshines and rainbows. It's not. It's not about being positive all the time. It's not. Being spiritual doesn't mean that you won't have problems, that you won't face adversity, that you won't go through things. Doesn't mean that. Being spiritual is being your authentic self. Understanding that you are both positive and negative. You don't have to be positive all the time. You'll never be. You don't have to be negative all the time. You'll never be. Not even if you try. Okay? You just have to be you. Being spiritual is about finding you. How do you find you? Within here. A lot of you guys, including me, I was at this point once. Before I even was spiritually aware, I'm like, man, what do I like? Who am I? What are the things I enjoy? When I'm alone, it was at some points I couldn't even be alone. I always had to have somebody around, because I didn't know how to connect with me, how to enjoy me, how to enjoy my own presence. I did not. So being spiritual, truly spiritual, will help bring you back to that point that you were before you forgot, when you incarnated into this planet. But remember that you agreed to forget. There's beauty in remembering. If we knew all the answers, it'd be hard to find beauty in this. But the fact that a lot of us, before we incarnated on this planet, were so highly vibrational, and now we're here, we had to lower our vibration. That's mind-blowing. Because on the other side of the veil, there is no judgment. There is no right or wrong. Only an experience with a lesson. You were brave enough to risk having to reincarnate here over and over and over again, just to help this planet ascend, just to help the people of Earth. Many of us are not from here. We didn't spend most of our lifetimes on this planet. We didn't. A lot of you guys may sense this. This doesn't feel like my home. I mean, I'm here. I appreciate it. But this planet doesn't resonate with me the most. Maybe this solar system, this galaxy doesn't resonate with you the most. You may see a certain star, a certain planet, and you may feel connected to it. You don't know why, but you just feel connected to it. You may look up into the sky, you see the stars, and you may feel like, that's my home. I come from out there. But you got to remember this. Home is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. I'm going to say that again. Home is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. All right? You came to this planet for a reason. You have to go within and find out that reason. All right? So being spiritual is just about being you. Not what people want you to do, not what people want you to be, not trying to fit in. No, just being you. Being spiritual is about spreading your light, shining your light all over this planet. You can even say it as playing your music. Every time you speak, you're creating music. Every time you walk around, your vibrational frequencies, that's music. Whether people are subconsciously or consciously aware, they hear that music. They feel that music. And you just playing your music, just being who you are, can help them discover their own music. And they start playing theirs. And then they go around other people. They start playing theirs. And next thing you know, you got this whole orchestra of people playing their music. Because just that one person or those few people just went around and they picked up on it. Okay? So please understand, being spiritual is not about being perfect. You will never be perfect. Ever be perfect. It's okay if you do third dimensional things from time to time. It's okay. You are here to experience this materialistic realm. You are. So don't feel like you have to be perfect. Because if you feel that way, that can create inner conflict within you. And that's something that you want to avoid. All right? So anyways, I don't know how long this video is now. This information just coming to me and I'm just going with it. But being spiritual is beautiful. I don't use that word much, but being spiritual is beautiful. It really is. I had no idea how connected I was to this planet before I learned about spirituality, before I became spiritually aware in this lifetime. I had no idea. But at the same time, the fact that I had no idea and I can go through this process of remembering, it's beautiful. Okay? Because your higher self already knows. You, that is animating your body, doesn't know. All right? So, anyways, make sure you guys get out in nature. It'll raise your vibration. And for those that stuck around to the end of this video, tell me in the comments what being spiritual is to you and how spirituality has changed your life. All right? And I'm not talking only to people that's been spiritually aware or learning about this for a super long time. I'm talking about you can just be learning about this last week. If you feel like you've been receiving benefits from being spiritual, let me know about it. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for everything. Make sure you get in nature. It'll really raise your vibration. And I promise y'all, I can guarantee you this, and you guys know, I don't guarantee things unless I'm for sure. But if you put in the work, you be consistent, and you heal yourself and raise your vibration from the inside out, you will experience new things. You will. You will experience new things. And those new things has a great possibility of blowing your mind. We are this planet. Literally. This planet, our mother, Gaia, gave you and made it possible for you as life force energy to experience this third dimensional realm. Gave you a body, give you food, give you air, give you all these things. And the only thing that she's asking for now is that we help her raise her vibrational frequency into a new dimension, the 5D Earth. Remember, the 5D Earth is not a new Earth entirely, as in 2 planets. No. It's a higher dimension that exists on this same planet. A lot of you guys may wonder about humans destroying this planet. That will not be allowed to happen. It will not. Because us destroying humans in the third dimension, destroying their planet, will destroy the life forces that are in the 4th and 5th dimension. It will shatter it. That shatter of this planet being destroyed will send vibrations all across the universe. That is something that will not be allowed. It won't be. Because they who watch over us, you want to call them the Galactic Federation of Light, the Watchers, whoever, they will not allow it. Anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Remember, we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. Until we meet again, Ty Spiritual signing out, bro. Simple.